For thousands of years, humans asked the same question. How old is the Earth? Not as a guess, not as a belief, but as a number, a real answer, something final. But every attempt failed. The numbers changed, the methods collapsed, and the deeper scientists looked, the more uncertain it became. Because the Earth was hiding something that refused to be measured, something that kept interfering with the truth. And this is Forgotten Minds, where the answers that changed everything often came from questions no one else was willing to ask. In the early 20th century, science was advancing fast. Physics, chemistry, geology, all moving forward. But one question remained unresolved. The age of the Earth. Some said millions of years, others said billions. No agreement, no certainty. Because measuring time on a planetary scale is not simple. It requires precision. It requires purity. And most importantly, it requires trust in your data. But what if your data is already corrupted? What if the answer is being distorted before you even begin? He was born on June 2nd, 1922, in Mitchell, Iowa. A small town, quiet, far from the laboratories, where world-changing discoveries are made. He wasn't raised in luxury. His father worked in the postal service. Life was modest, simple, but he was curious, not loud, not attention-seeking, just quietly determined to understand how things worked. He studied chemistry, focused, disciplined, driven not by fame, but by questions. And eventually, those questions led him to one of the most important scientific challenges of his time, determining the age of the Earth, not by guessing, but by measuring radioactive decay using isotopes, tiny clocks hidden inside matter. It was precise work, delicate. One mistake, and everything would be wrong. So he built something no one else had. A clean laboratory, not just clean, ultra clean, sealed, controlled, protected from contamination, because even the smallest impurity could ruin everything. And that's when he noticed something strange. His samples were contaminated. Not once, not occasionally, but constantly. No matter what he did, no matter how careful he was, the results kept being affected. At first, it didn't make sense. Was it the equipment, the air, the materials? He checked everything. Again, and again, and again. But the contamination was everywhere. Persistent, invisible, unavoidable. And slowly, a realization formed. It wasn't just his lab. It wasn't just his samples. It was the world, the air, the water, the environment itself. Something had spread so widely that it had become part of everything. And that something was lead, a toxic metal, dangerous, even in small amounts, but present everywhere. In the air people breathed, in the water they drank, in the environment they lived in. It was interfering with his measurements, distorting the truth, but it was also doing something far worse. It was poisoning humanity. And almost no one was talking about it, because lead was everywhere for a reason. It had been added to gasoline used in industry, promoted as safe, as necessary. Powerful companies built around it, profiting from it, protecting it. And now, one scientist, working quietly in a lab, was beginning to challenge everything. But first, he returned to his original mission. Despite the contamination, despite the challenges, he found a way, using meteorites, ancient rocks, unchanged since the formation of the solar system. He measured their isotopes, carefully, precisely, and finally, he reached an answer. The Earth was about 4.5 billion years old, a number so vast, it changed how we understand time itself. The question that had lasted centuries was finally answered. You would think that would be enough, that he would be celebrated, recognized. But his story was only beginning, because now he knew something that others didn't want known. The lead contamination was real, and it was dangerous. He began to speak out, published his findings, warned the public, challenged the industry. And that's when everything changed. Because when truth threatens power, it is not welcomed, it is attacked. He faced resistance, criticism, efforts to discredit him, funding challenges, pressure to stay silent. But he didn't stop. He couldn't. Because now, this wasn't just about science. It was about people, about health, about lives. He showed that lead levels in the modern world were hundreds of times higher than natural levels, that it was affecting children, damaging brains, silently, slowly, globally. And still, many refused to listen, because admitting the truth would cost too much money, too much power. But he kept going. Years of work, years of resistance, until finally, change began. Regulations were introduced. Lead was removed from gasoline. Environmental protections strengthened, not immediately, not easily, but eventually. And millions of lives were made safer. Because one man refused to ignore what he saw. He didn't just measure the age of the Earth. He revealed a hidden poison within it, and paid the price for telling the truth. He spent much of his career in the United States, working at institutions like California Institute of Technology, building his research, fighting his battle, quietly, relentlessly. He was recognized, but never as widely as he should have been, because his work challenged powerful interests. And those stories are never simple. He died on July 5th, 1995, at the age of 73, leaving behind a legacy that exists in every breath we take today. Because the air is cleaner, the water is safer, the world is better, not by accident, but because someone refused to look away. His name was Clair Patterson, the scientist who discovered Earth's age and exposed a poison hidden in plain sight. If stories like this make you question what we accept as normal, then this is your place. Subscribe to Forgotten Minds, like this video, because the next story might reveal something you've lived with your entire life. And if you want to uncover the real evidence behind this story, check the first pinned comment, where the truth is still waiting to be seen.